Hello everyone, and this is my review for Monday Night Raw on March the 7th, 2016, and, well, this Raw definitely had a mixed bag of things. Obviously, for the second straight week, they didn't have Roman Reigns at all on the show, and probably for good reason. They were in Chicago. But second of all, it was kind of a mixed bag of them setting up WrestleMania stuff, but also them setting up the stuff for the whole Roadblock show on Saturday. Obviously, they did everything with Dean Ambrose and Triple H inside there, and I'll get into that stuff in a few moments. I'll start going into some of the more WrestleMania stuff that they went into, and to be honest with you, I thought they did some really good things with it tonight, but there was also some kind of moments as well. And one area where I feel like they were kind of but it wasn't that bad. The whole Ryback versus Kalisto section of the show where they didn't have really a versus moment, but you had Kalisto out there just having a match, wins his match, everything in that sense, starts a backstage interview. Ryback comes out there and is like trying to convince Kalisto to go out on his own, and then tells him you got to watch what Ryback's doing on the aspect of going out on his own and not being on a tag team anymore and everything like that. So it makes you feel like they're going that area where those two will probably face off against each other, but are they also teasing a splitting up of the Lucha Dragons? Who knows where they're going on that side of everything, so we'll see it. So we'll have to see where they go on that portion. But for the most part, that's kind of the meh area. It wasn't overly bad, but not too many people are going to care about that. Because unfortunately, there's not many people that really care about Ryback at the moment. He's over-ish with the crowd, but he's not crazy over with the crowd. So this is kind of one of those undercard type matches that they're making, which is unfortunate because it has the U.S. title involved in there. Maybe they could do something to make it feel more important. I've always kind of liked the Ryback character to begin with. Kalisto, I won't say I've always liked, but Kalisto, he's growing on me a little bit more. I watched him down in NXT. He's growing more and more each week, getting a little less botchy in the ring. His match with Tyler Breeze was pretty good, and the whole aspect that they're rebuilding Ryback as like this, as this whole dominant force type of character where he's going out there and just beating people up. I loved what he did playing off of the crowd. Since he's added the whole running knee in the corner aspect, he knew he would get a reaction of that out in Chicago, and he just played up to it and continued on with like a little go to sleep bit for CM Punk and everything like that. Which, I'll give him that. He played off of it, and he played off of it well. He's definitely attempting to be a heel in certain senses of the word, and that's one thing that he needs to do, is attempt to at least get the heel heat in some way, shape, or form. And I think that he did a pretty good job of doing that this week. But like I said, we'll see where they go with this. I'm not too thrilled for this one, but it is what it is. But speaking of people going out on their own aspect, that's what Ryback was doing in his promo with Kalisto. Y2J decided to do that aspect and get rid of the whole Y2AJ tag team tonight after their match. And this is one thing I absolutely love. The match itself was really, really good start to finish, and the turn didn't happen until after the match was over. And basically he put the New Day over strong in the match, and then does the turn on AJ Styles to continue on their feud. I love that aspect because it keeps the New Day looking strong in this case. Not that they've in this case, after a few losses to the team and everything like that, they're beginning to look a little bit weaker. But they win a tag team title match. They win it cleanly. They win without any controversy towards it, and it's a way of making boosting them back up a little bit. They had been taken down a small notch, but now they've been boosted back up there, and now you have the continuation feud with AJ Styles and Chris Jericho, which, to be honest with you, I'm okay with this. I'm not sure if it's going to lead into some kind of multi-man match, or are these two going to be working together for WrestleMania itself, which I kind of hope it's just the two of them working together for WrestleMania. I know we've seen the match 3 times already, but I wouldn't mind seeing it one more time, especially if they have a chance of tearing the house down a little bit better than what they've done in the other matches. Those matches have been good, but I have a feeling they can make a great match out of it, and I want to see. I do want to see it happen at least one more time, and if it's at WrestleMania, I'm okay with that as well. But speaking of what could have been potential multi-man matches, which now I'm hoping is only going to be a one-on-one. The Kevin Owens Neville match was really, really good. I liked where they went with everything, but they've made a clear moment where, hey, look, Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens could happen at WrestleMania. And to be honest with you, I would love it if they keep this as a one-on-one style match. I don't want to see this be a multi-man. I have a feeling it's going to be a multi-man match, because that's what the rumor mill is going, is that this is going to be a multi-man match for the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania. But you have the dynamic to have a great match with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Not just a great match, but a great feud. You already have the storyline built in there between the two of them. And just let them play off of that for a WrestleMania match would be the top-notch area. I do feel like they're going to be putting them in some kind of multi-man match, but we'll see where they go with that. And the reason why I say they'll more than likely do that is because there's been word that The Miz is going to be inside of the Intercontinental title picture there, and now they're in a segment on SmackDown where it's Miz TV. So you kind of assume that they're going to be sneaking something in there. Otherwise, not a. Otherwise, with that. No, sorry, I'm stumbling over words here now. But otherwise, we'll go on to the Divas title picture in this case, which basically had Sasha and Becky working together. I like the whole aspect that they're bickering backstage, but yet they go out there and they win the match. And they're keeping them strong going into WrestleMania by having them get wins and everything like that, but making it to where but still, giving Charlotte the time to shine in this case, where she takes out both of them at the end. So, okay, they get the win in the match, but Charlotte gets one over on them at the end of the night for that one. So, for the most part, that's where they were going WrestleMania side. Now, what am I thinking? That's not just the only place, but the other area that they went with WrestleMania. Shane McMahon came back right at the beginning of Raw. First of all, it sucks that was the only real segment with him in there and doing anything in any kind of shape or form on the program. Promo from Shane is really good. I really like where they're going promo wise with this. They're making it feel. So many people are throwing out rumor mills that he's gonna have some sort of surrogate or like this, but they're making it feel like it's like, hey, Shane's really gonna go one-on-one with the Undertaker. I still feel like if they when they do that match, there's gonna be some kind of run-ins and everything like that to make it more believable if they have Shane go over, or even to make the match more believable in general. So I mean, we'll see where they end up going on that section, but the promo between him and Vince was really good this week. I like the added. I do honestly, for the terms of storyline purposes, like the added touch of them using a picture of him and Vince in there, and then have Vince throw it on the ground and everything like that. I loved where they went with that storyline wise. It kind of gets you to go towards Shane in this case. Vince is playing off a much better heel in this portion of it, denouncing his son and everything like that. So I definitely liked where they went with everything during this portion of Monday Night Raw. So this brings me to the other area. Like I said, not only were they promoting WrestleMania tonight, which they should be. They've got 4 weeks left. They should be promoting WrestleMania, but they were pretty much outside of the one main event match that they decided to promote with. They put the other ones on a back burner with Roman Reigns and Triple H because Roman Reigns wasn't there, and Brock Lesnar and Dean Ambrose to promote their Roadblock show for Saturday, because obviously, you know, they got to get people watching the network and everything in that aspect. They want people to going with subscribing to the network and everything like that. So the main promotion of the night was the whole Dean Ambrose versus Triple H match, which you kind of were led to believe last week that it was just going to happen on Raw, but it's going to happen at the Roadblock show on Saturday night. So the whole aspect with the whole interaction between Triple H and Dean Ambrose tonight, I thought was great. I loved where they went with everything, and it was a good short build towards this show on Saturday, which, you know, in all honesty, you still got to assume that they're going to Triple H is going to go over in this one. There's no way Dean Ambrose is going to get it in there. But I do like the little bit of a teaser. Like I said, it's a tease bait. It's like, we'll throw this little teaser at you. Maybe this can happen at this show. It's like, please watch type thing. As in most cases, I would probably watch the show anyway. But the setup that they made in there, and the whole aspect of having Dean with the title at the end of Raw and having the crowd kind of going nuts for it, was a nice little touch going in there. And I mean, really all they did for Bray and Brock, which, you know, they set up at the Royal Rumble. Yeah, that's right. Bray looked like he was going to get a WrestleMania match, but he's going to do it at Roadblock. I mean, he got a pretty decent promo, but no interaction with him and Lesnar this week. So there's really not much to it outside the fact that, hey, if you want to watch Brock, you know, suplex 4 guys on Saturday, there you go. There you go, moments on that section. So overall, though, for Monday Night Raw, not a bad show. There was one other area, and I'll just touch it briefly here. They continued on with the whole Brie Bella Lana thing, where they had Lana come out after Brie lost her match and basically give Brie's finisher to her. So it looks like they're going to be doing something with the two of them. I don't know if it leads into some kind of singles match or some multi-diva match or something like that. I mean, we'll see where they go with that, but nothing really special there. We'll see how that develops over the next couple weeks. But overall, Raw was not bad this week. They did what they needed to do, which was they wanted to promote the whole aspect of the Roadblock show, and they wanted to tease the whole aspect that, hey, Dean Ambrose could win this title. Dean Ambrose can win the title at this show. You need to watch type thing. But also the whole aspect of having Bray Wyatt and Brock Lesnar happen there, where more than likely they probably should have done it at a different type of show, at a pay-per-view or something like that. I mean, in the end, it is what it is, but it does kind of leave one of their characters that is kind of really over with the crowd out of a WrestleMania match, right? At least at the moment, and they don't seem to have another storyline for him at this point in time. I mean, you had other aspects of the show that were kind of meh. You know, they were setting up the whole Ryback and Kalisto thing, but they also had this whole thing where Stephanie McMahon is punishing Dolph Ziggler over a Twitter post and what he said afterwards as well to her face and everything. So it led to a 3-on-1 handicap match, which was elimination style, where Barrett gets himself pinned in the end. Barrett gets himself pinned by Dolph Ziggler, but the other two with Rusev and Sheamus go over Ziggler in the end. So you kind of can tell maybe Barrett's on his way out because he's just kind of doing jobs for everybody at this point. So, I mean, we'll see if they're doing anything in that aspect as well. But that was kind of in the mess sector. Same with the Lana Brie Bella storyline. But you have the other storylines going along in there with the whole Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte match. That's actually a match that I wouldn't mind seeing in there. And the storyline that they're building off of there is that, you know, you have 3 that are kind of not liking each other. Two of them are kind of begrudgingly working together, but they're still bickering backstage and everything like that, and just bickering amongst each other. The whole Chris Jericho turning on AJ Styles was a really good thing. And I'm hoping that they have something for the New Day as well. Even if it is a multi-team tag team match that involves the Dudleys and the Usos, which weren't even on the show tonight to begin with. I'm hoping they're doing something more with them here in the very near future as well. And, just other aspects. Shane and Vince's promo I thought was pretty good. You had a couple other backstage segments. The whole Stephanie McMahon creating the whole what ifs type thing. And Vince is like, I got it. Trying to build it up as Vince is being overconfident and everything like that. So, again, you had some meh in there. Some good stuff going into the Saturday show, and some good stuff going into WrestleMania as well. I'm hoping they keep Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens by themselves. I don't think that's going to be the route that they go. I'm just kind of hoping in that case. So that is my review for Monday Night Raw this week. I thank you guys for watching, and have a great evening.